Hey everyone, welcome to drinknectar.com. I'm your host, Josh Wade, and this is the internet's place to explore the five senses of coffee and wine. Tonight I am super excited about trying some wines from a winery that I've gotten to know online on Twitter, and I've been able to have a chance to interview them about how they use social media. I'm excited to try three wines in their lineup, and this is Cleavage Creek from Napa Valley, California. Cleavage Creek, it was born out of a passion and a battle and a fight that the owner, Budge Brown, is waging against breast cancer. In 2005, his wife of 48 years passed away, and at the age of 77, he dedicated his time, energies, and passion to fighting this horrible disease that claims 40,000 lives of U.S. women each year, and 130,000 people are diagnosed each year with breast cancer. So Cleavage Creek Winery was born in 2007. Budge Brown provides 10% of the proceeds right off the top of these wines to breast cancer research, awareness, and medicine for these women. And to date, they have raised over $73,000 to go to various efforts to fight against breast cancer. We're going to try these wines. First wine we're going to try is their Cleavage Creek Chardonnay. This is a 2008 Chardonnay. Each bottle of their wine features a woman who has been a breast cancer survivor. You can read all about their stories online at cleavagecreek.com. You'll find each of the stories, the bravery, and the hard-fought battle that these women faced to overcome this disease. This wine is light straw color, not quite as rich in viscosity as you would typically see in a really rich Chardonnay, but let's give it the sniff. Yeah, it's similar to another Chardonnay I had recently that seemed to be more citrusy, but I do get some melon in there, no pun intended with the Cleavage Creek, but I get some melon and some citrus and a little bit of vanilla that probably is a result of the oak in there, but let's give it the sip. Has the Chardonnay characteristics on the front end, washes across your tongue in a real smooth fashion. Seems to coat your entire mouth. Doesn't have that oakiness in there or the buttery toast that some people would describe in a Chardonnay, and provides a nice wash across the back of your mouth. It's a well-made Chardonnay. $18 is the cost of it. I was kind of looking for a little more flavor in there from what I got off the nose, but the fruit didn't seem to come forward in there for me. So the next wine we're going to try is the 2007 Shiraz Merlot. It's a 67% Syrah and 33% Merlot. Not sure what the Shiraz is on the front and the Syrah on the back. Kind of a little interesting there on that, but this particular wine, and actually all three of these wines, come from their Tracy Hills vineyard, or Tracy Hills, a new AVA in California. Their other vineyard of 20 acres is in the Napa area. This wine, definitely Syrah-like in color, dark plum, thick, rich, squiddy ink juice. You can see in there. Doesn't sound appealing, but it is. Let's give it a sniff. It's actually kind of, I feel like that this one here is, you picture a tree out in the woods, and you've got kind of that woodiness in there, and you got that blackberry fruit kind of poking in behind the tree, ready to come out. The fruit's not really fruit forward like you'd find in some Syrah. Let's give it a sip. Okay, this wine's got a decent mouthfeel, but it is real chalky. Kind of coats all of the sides and the back of your mouth, your tongue. Makes you want to chew something. I really would picture this going well with a hearty steak dish. So it'd be a good pizza wine, barbecue wine, be phenomenal. Also $18. It's not a huge fruit bomb at all. The fruit is real mellow across there. You do get a little hint of vanilla as it comes across in the back as well, but still really basically 2-3-dimensional wine on the flavor profile. Last wine we're going to try is the 2007 Tracy Hills Secret Red. Immediately on this one, I can tell, I think the secret piece of this one is that they're not disclosing the blend, or at least I couldn't find it on the website. But to me, I kind of like to describe it as like more of a rusty purple. Has some characteristics that I would want to see in more of an aged wine. But let's give it the sniff. This wine definitely is kind of a fruit and spice combination. A little different than the last wine. Don't have a lot of the oak coming out, and the fruit does seem to present itself a little bit more. It's saying, here I am. So you can smell that it's more of a cherry fruit, actually, more than the blackberry of the previous wine. You have some of that peppery spice coming in on the back end, which is probably where you've got the Cabernet Sauvignon in there, providing some of that. Who knows, maybe even they put some Zinfandel. I know they grow Zinfandel there, but that would surprise me. If you know, go ahead and shoot it off and tell me. But let's give this a sip. I like this wine. This wine provides a little bit more of just that sit-around sipping quality characteristics, but it's got some great back-end structure still, where if you're drinking it with food, also, you know, some great pasta dishes. I can see this pairing well with, you know, maybe even a spicy pork roast would be awesome with this particular wine. But the flavor profile, if you're wanting to know, which I'm sure you are, or if you wouldn't be watching this video, the flavor profile is more of that cherry structure in there rather than the blackberry, and you do have some of the oakiness in there that starts to come through, and I really get a lot of kind of silky, smooth, dark chocolate in there, which, you know, leads me again to believe that it's probably a Cabernet Merlot blend with maybe a little bit of Syrah or a little bit of Zinfandel in there for some of that spice. So all in all, it's a fantastically well-made wine. It's actually my favorite of the three, also $18. I would say that if I were to put them in order, I would have to put this one, and then the Chardonnay, and then the Syrah Merlot. But I haven't been on a very good Syrah kick lately, so it could just be me. I encourage you guys to grab a bottle of wine, and open up and share it with a friend, and drink happy.